Cardiff next Wednesday, or Preston. How's he progressing?
He's trained for the last couple of days, so yeah, he'll be involved in the next 3 games.
Fantastic to have him available again.
It is, yeah. It was. Doesn't make it. We've had a season of injuries, and that was just another one on top of it all. So, yeah, he's been out. He's been moving well. He's back at it.
Any other issues to deal with this weekend?
Not injury-wise, no. Everybody's okay. Michael Crowe, back up to Bart, was sent home. He was poorly, so hopefully that doesn't spread to anybody else. No, we've got a fit squad, thankfully.
And away from here at the moment, you must be delighted with how well Flynn's getting on at Luton, by the sounds of things.
Yes, as he's been put out for that reason. I was delighted with him as he was when he first started, but then having got his injury and not getting back in, it was just wise to send him out, especially to somebody like Nathan Jones at Luton, who's a good coach. They're doing well. He could end up with I think he could have got a medal, I think, so with the amount of games he's played. But he just get a great experience playing regularly. It's great for him.
And if they get up with a few weeks of the season to go, might you bring him back here for some more championship experience towards the death?
You've not gone through the rule book, Brendan, have
you? No chance then.
We can't do it. No, it's only if you loan them out to the National League and they've got a youth loan that you can bring them back. And even then, they can't be involved in first team football. So no, he's there for the rest of the season. And it doesn't matter, where he's playing his football. If he plays to the end of the season, he can go away and have a good summer and be ready to come back for pre-season.
Lovely recognition for Bart last week to have his national manager in the stands watching another excellent performance. It would be a deserved call-up if he gets one, wouldn't it?
Yes, I sort of said to him in the coach's office afterwards, I said, got a game in March, would he be calling him up? And of course he was... I'm not going to give that away. He just said, we've got really good goalkeepers. So I said to him, you got any better than him? You're doing really well. So I was promoting him. I want him to do as well as he possibly can. And if you'd have seen, for all we didn't play well last week, Bart wasn't making saves all over the place, but the two he made, and certainly the one in the last minute, it was just, I think, it just shows how agile he is, how mentally prepared he is. He's kept his concentration. And what a top keeper he is by making that save.
And when you look at this game on Sunday, at this stage, does this look like the ideal fixture to hopefully shake off the disappointment of last weekend?
Well, it's the ideal fixture if you play well and win it or get something out of it. It's the worst possible fixture if you don't. But our intention is to go there and play well and get something from the game.
Cole Skews was saying the other day when he sat in that chair, the boys have analysed and talked extensively about Burton. Have you seen a sort of an extra pep in their stride this week? Do they look really up for this one on Sunday?
Yes, they do, but it's not from the backlash of Burton. That happens. I've just watched. I saw the game on Saturday. Bristol City are 3-0 up and concede. They score 5 goals, and ends up being 3-3, and you think, where does that come from? That just doesn't happen. I'm watching Tottenham down 12 minutes to 2-0 down, the draw 2-2, and probably should have won against Juventus. It happens, and it happened to us on Saturday, unfortunately. We just can't afford for it to happen on Sunday. We need to play well and perform far better. And we have done throughout the season. That's pretty much a one-off, that performance.
Do you think it might be better to be away from home for this one? The atmosphere can't be too easy for the boys at home on occasions.
Well, if this game was at home, I think it'd probably be a full house as well, and the atmosphere is somewhat different then. It doesn't really matter. It's only when I guess it's when you can hear the comments. You can't when there's full house and the noise is great, the intensity is different. So whatever, we're going away, and I'm looking forward to it.
You must understand the fans' frustration. 9 years without a win against their derby rivals, and I know it's 3 points like Cardiff is, like Preston is, but this one is different, isn't it?
Yeah, look, if for any reason, I'd love to win it for the fans. They've been, well, as you just said, long suffering against Norwich. It would be great for them to go and see us get a win. So if we can put an extra spring in our step for them on Sunday, then that's what we'll do.
What have you made of Norwich this season?
It's always difficult, isn't it, talking about a team that we're just going to play. I've been asked, am I surprised that they're not above us? Then I guess with the money that they've had from coming down from the Premier League and the players that they've spent it on, and the amount of funds they've had available, then yes, I am. But that don't always work like that, does it? We've got them beneath us, although they're on the same points. We've got Hull beneath us. We've got Sunderland beneath us, who apparently have got 96 million over the next 3 years to spend, so 46, 32, 18, 34, 18 was it? Somebody was giving me the figures. Worked out 96 anyway off the top of my head. Then yes, those teams should be better. But it doesn't always work that way, does it?
Are you the underdogs? Do you like that tag heading into this game?
Yeah, I'm not. Are you playing mind games with me? Hold on. Have they just let a 28-year-old manager in here or something? If ever. I think we're above them in the table, aren't we? We're level on points. And I've just heard the other stat. Was it 40 games each? Is it 40 wins each or something? So I can't be. There's neither. There's underdogs. You'd have to say, if there's one bit that gives you a bit of favouritism, a bit of an edge, is that being at home.
They're obviously far from a one-man team, but do you pay extra attention to a player like James Maddison, who's had such a good season, and go one-to-one on him? Cole said the other day he wouldn't mind doing a man-to-man marking job if that was asked of him.
Well, if there'd be no better man to do it, of course. Well, you can't just let better players roam around and just let them be free, because if you do, it's going to cause problems. And it was proved here, actually. I thought he played well here, but we did a decent job on him, and it was just one moment of quality. There was a difference in the two teams, and that came from Maddison. So whether we look after him man for man is another matter to see on Sunday.
It's worked well in games, hasn't it, when you've made little tweaks? I think it was Lansbury at Villa Park last season was running the show. Jarrier the other week at the Stadium of Light. You kind of tweak things in games to keep players quiet.
Yeah, you've got to do it. I mean, it's all like just putting your team out, but you've got to continually manage it, because whatever you do, whatever shape of team and whatever team you pick, it may be going great, it might not be, and they're having an advantage through just one player. You've got to change, you've got to manage it. It's tactics, and sometimes changing your tactics to suit the game.
And the rivalry, has it surprised you, the ferocity of it? Somebody that's tasted old firm derbies in the past, you'd have done Newcastle, Sunderland, Manchester United, City. Has it surprised you down here?
Not really, because when I went to Wolves, I was surprised at the ferocity of that. Wolves and West Brom, but there's nothing matches Celtic Rangers Celtic, nothing at all. Man U, Man City. I've been involved in some big ones, to be quite honest. But this is the biggest this weekend, and it's everybody who's from Norfolk or Suffolk. It's their biggest game, so it doesn't really matter whether there's a bigger derby, whether it's in Italy or it's in Spain or whether it's in Manchester or Glasgow. This is our biggest game.
From a kid watching football yourself, you know the excitement that fans will feel when they wake up Sunday morning and they get in the cars and head to the railway station, that kind of thing.
Of course, and it gets to be a different excitement. It gets that butterfly in your stomach when you're involved, and I mean that's nervous energy. But when you're a kid or somebody going to games, and I had it when I was a young fella at Barnes, I used to go to all the FA Cup finals, and I love them. Jump in my car from 18 and drive down to London, and great days. So yeah, it's exciting. It's an exciting weekend.
A bit more exciting for you then than a normal game on Sunday. Will you feel slightly different?
Yes, yeah, because of the importance of it. The importance of it to the fans, to the club, and to me and the team as well. It's a big game for us.
Would it disappoint you if you left here in the summer without ever winning a derby?
Not if we win 10 others between now and the end of the season. If somebody comes and says, "Oh, well, you never won that," but I end up being just, as well as we can do. I want to win this game. I want to win it for me personally, for the lads, for the fans more than anything, because I keep hearing the stats and we haven't won one for so long, and I know how much it means to the home fans. So I don't know whether I'll leave here or not. I might have to come back and try it again.
If there's a loser, is that it for the playoffs? For the team that doesn't get any points from this game, if that happens? It would be very hard, wouldn't it?
More than likely, yeah. Yeah, well, you can put that one down. If we don't win, Mick rules out of the playoffs. That's a good one for you. So, whatever, Brenner. Whatever.
Cheers, thank you.
Could it be a springboard to flip that question slightly? Could winning the game be a springboard towards putting a run together for whoever wins, if anyone wins on Sunday?
Of course. Well, let's hope that we've won, and let's hope it's a springboard for us to to look forward and to be thinking we can still get on the end of the playoffs and not Norwich.
How evenly matched are these two sides? You look at the last 3 meetings, 2 1-1s last year, not a lot in it at Portman Road earlier this season.
No, there's one bit of quality I thought from Madison. It was a great finish. Other than that, the game was pretty even. I thought we played well in it actually, but doesn't really matter playing well in it if you get beat.
Has the gap between the two clubs narrowed a bit, do you think, since that playoff season? They obviously finished third and got promoted that year. They had Premier League players still from 3 years in the Premier League. Do you think the two clubs have got a little bit closer in class in that time?
Well, we weren't that far apart on the pitch, which is the only thing that concerns me, not anything else. If we had 2 1-1 draws last year, then I think we've done well, the team, considering that they do get the amount of money they get when they come down and the spending power that they've had over the last 3 years. Probably more since I've been here, I don't know their history going up and going down. They've had a few more quid than we've had to spend, let's put it that way. And if we got 2 1-0 draws, I think that was good results for us. Narrowly lost this one here. I'd like to redress that for everybody concerned.
Because those parachute payments run out for them this summer, might they start to find out what you and this club has found, how difficult it is to compete and stay competitive without that extra money?
I keep hearing stories about the ones that are running out of parachutes money, them included, that if they do, they're going to be in debt and it's going to be, they're going to have to budget accordingly. So I'd like to see a few more on my budget and see how well they do, to be quite honest. That'd be interesting.
Does Norwich's dominance in this fixture get talked about amongst the boys in the changing room? Has that been a topic of discussion?
Well, I don't go in the changing room, so that's not very rare. I'm in that dressing room, so I wouldn't know what goes on in there. I don't. You can't know anything about historical fixtures. All you can do is the fixture that's in front of you. But I am aware of them, and it means a little bit more to me, I guess, if we win this on Sunday.
You know that you've got 3 or 4 players that were involved in those playoff games, so does that sort of stick in their mind? Will that still hurt them, those games?
I can only speak as when I was a player, that if I'd lost to somebody, then I certainly didn't want to lose again. There'd be something burning fiercely inside me not to get beaten again. No, for sure.
People always say form goes out the window going into derbies. You'll be hoping that's the case, I guess, because Norwich are on a decent run at the moment and inconsistent, from your own point of view, I guess, in terms of the last few games.
Yeah, we were poor last week, but that does happen. Yeah, I hope. Well, I certainly hope we do. If our form is marked by last week's performance, then I sincerely hope form goes out the window. But if the fact we both got 44 points and we're dead level on it, then we must have had pretty similar seasons, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And to accentuate it positive, 3 clean sheets in the last 5. Earlier in the season, you were bemoaning some of the soft goals being leaked. You must be pleased with the way your side has been defending recently.
Yeah, we've just taking positives out of it, certainly, even from Saturday's game. And it took a magnificent save from Bart, but nevertheless it was still a clean sheet. And I know there are teams that had capitulated when they were playing the way we were playing, my team was playing, that there had been arms going up and complaining at bad passes and things going wrong, and they'd have lost. So I always take the positive out of it, and the positive was a point.
Good luck Sunday.
Thank you.
And another positive, last away performance was a fine 2-0 win at Sunderland, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. It was a clean sheet, and it was great to. Well, we needed it at the time. We needed it, so that was a good performance.
You say Michael's unwell. Is he likely to miss out on Sunday?
I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't. He's not poorly sick and dying, but he was sent home, so he doesn't get any worse. He doesn't pass anything on. So I'll know tomorrow.
I would say if he misses out, then you've got a very young kid on the bench, presumably as the sub-goalkeeper, which would be quite happy.
Well, if he gets as much to do as every other sub-keeper's have to do, we'll be all right, won't we?
Yeah. Yeah.